Last time, I said that we would play Barbie Super Nintendo.
Be sure to subscribe for the Barbie CD-ROM playthrough.
And I did. When have I ever done wrong by you guys? Can't be looking unprofessional during this Barbie Supermodel game review. Alright guys, time to get right into what happened when I played the game. So the game starts off. Barbie's having a little dream. Barbie, little Malibu Barbie I call her. She's having a tiny little Malibu dream. And she's dreaming about just driving around. Just driving through Hollywood. She's thinking about that when she's sitting down just at a dinner at a nice place, Geez, I wish I could be driving right now. And, we've all been there. When I'm sitting down ready for my meal, God, wish I was behind the wheel of a car. I wish I was in a death machine. I wish I was endangering. I like to live high energy. High adrenaline atmosphere. Like driving down a road. So we're running red lights. Cars are stopping, we're going, just right through traffic. And you can run into a bag on the side of the road, and that'll transport you to what I like to call the fashion dimension. In the fashion dimension, it's all about looks. You gotta remember, you gotta have in your mind's eye what you want to look like, what you need to look like, and then you gotta carry out that dream. And that's kind of the stressors that a woman has every day anyway. So this is really giving you the inside look at life on the other side of the fence. God, so much stress. What am I gonna wear? Which of my 5,000 outfits am I gonna wear? And there are like 5,000 of these outfits. There are quite a few. There's a lot to scroll through when you're trying to pick out the right one. And I'll be honest, guys, I'm getting a little old. My memory's not great. So it does get hard. I've lost this game a couple of times. And you can't lose by not getting the fashion bit correct. You can lose by running into other cars, which, in my book, that's a win. But I guess, we're in this dreamland. Shout out David Bowie.
We live inside a dream. I'm not going to talk about you. We're not going to talk about you at all. We're going to keep you out of...
Anyway, there's a lot of these outfits, and they're in no order. They're in no particular order. And that's really where the challenge of the game comes from. That's where a lot of where it grabs you. That's where it comes from, is that you have to navigate this wild fashion world, this wild, unorganized closet. Remember, this is pre-Barbie Life in the Dream House closet robot. Because that robot probably would organize everything for her. But we don't have that. This is Super Nintendo. This is all the way back in Super Nintendo land. We don't have that luxury. God, the things we take for granted. You could have all the winter outfits be next to each other. You could have all the swimsuit outfits be next to each other. Common sense type stuff. But Barbie, not about that. She's a rogue. She's a renegade. Her mind is firing off in all types of places that we can't even understand. There's no method to the madness. I mean, who are we to try to comprehend? You can also run into something else, and then I'll bring you to magazine cover land. No. I'm gonna be on the cover of Barbie magazine, my own magazine that I own. I have this vision in my mind, a dream inside of a dream, of what I have to wear, but I gotta pull it off. I gotta pull it off just right. So that's our challenge. You gotta go through all the lights on a mirror. You gotta iterate through these series of earrings, eyeshadow, which is impossible for me, Fun fact, I'm colorblind. So, eyeshadow, impossible challenge for me. Barbie Supermodel, kind of hard for the colorblind. But that's okay. I just have it harder than you guys. I just got to grind a little harder. That's all that means. So, then you got to choose a hat/hairstyle too. You got to make all these things match for the big, in my imagination, Barbies. So there's other levels too. After that, you end up on the beach, lounging, book in hand, and you're dreaming, oh, God, this beach, I just can't take anymore. I wish I was out roller skating. Then you're in a ski lounge. You're in this ski resort, and you're thinking, oh, if only I was walking around instead of sitting down right now. So that's the world that we then enter then. And then, the final stage. This is the Mordor of Barbie Supermodel. She's doing yoga in Central Park. Twin towers behind her. Twin towers behind her. And, God, I wish I was riding a bike right now. So then you start riding a bike. So at the end of all those paths that you go down, that you travel to, you have to go to the model agency, the model gym, the training area, the dance class, sorority X-Men house for the gifted and beautiful, where you train. You just train all day. And what are you training for? To be the supermodel. It's called Barbie Supermodel. It's called Barbie Supermodel, guys. You gotta be the supermodel. So imagine I'm walking around. I get to point A, I gotta do a little kick. And then I get to point B, and I gotta do a little twirl. And then I get to point C, and I gotta give him a little sass. And then you walk on out of there. You stroll on out. So you're practicing your little routine for when you're in the big fashion competition. Whew. 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 It's just so hard. It's got to be so hard to be Barbie. And then you got to travel backwards. At the end of that, you've made your journey. There and back again, the Hobbit. You've made your journey. You got to Smaug. He shows you how to do a little twirl. You head back. You're going back to the Shire. Because at the Shire, that's your chance to shine. That's where the venue is for the big fashion competition. The final road, the final countdown, the final showdown. New York City. Twin Towers in the back. You spent the day doing yoga in the park, wishing you were biking, but you did yoga. Entering your mind's eye, entering your magic hand from Earthbound. And you're going there. You're envisioning, you're manifesting, man, this is what I have to do tonight at the big show. You get there. You do it right. If you do it right, get all the bonus points. You become Barbie Supermodel. And what does Barbie Supermodel do? You get out there in your big dress. You gotta, the budget on these things. Oh my gosh. You're Barbie Supermodel. You get out there, you just let them clap. You don't gotta do no more twirls. You don't gotta give them any more kicks. You just get out there and they just clap because it's you. And then it's the credits and the game's over.